What's going on, fellow commanders of Caw? And Chris, what's that you got there?
Well, I was hoping I'd be able to hold it up after two wins, but it's this nice little necklace I got that glows.
Where'd you get that at?
Yeah, at the Baltimore and Seattle game.
Nice. Where Baltimore held them to what? It was 27-3 or something.
Yep, 37-3.
Yeah, and then the next week the Seahawks beat us by 3 points. So that's poetic.
We missed a
Well,
couple good weeks of football.
yeah. So welcome to Commanding Cause. My name is Dan.
I'm Chris.
We're primarily Baltimore and Washington area fans, but we like to talk about kind of all around the NFL. Yeah, I was on vacation, so let's just go ahead and get right into it after this video. Chris, we forgot to do our picks for the last couple weeks, so we're just kind of going to go from there. But how was the game?
The game was amazing. It was the closest I've ever sat, so that was pretty cool. There were some rowdy people around us, but they weren't too bad. Some of them were a little bit mean, and I was just like, come on, don't be doing that. But it was a pretty good game. I had a great experience while I was there. It was a great game to watch. I called plays before they happened, so that's always fun. I got to see Keaton Mitchell and him actually play, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and considering also about the Ravens, I will say I got back from vacation this past Sunday, and I watched the first half of the Cleveland game, which you were supposed to be at as well, but something came up. I fell asleep. I woke up and they lost. How did that happen?
So I'll be honest, I was playing MW3 during the game, so I usually watch football on my little laptop that's over here to the left. And I was watching the game, and I was like, man, it's a great game. And then Lamar threw a pick, and then Lamar threw another pick. We just couldn't contain that. Their defense is so much better than half the other defenses we've seen, I would say.
Meanwhile, on the Commanders side, the day I flew down for my vacation, I was keeping track of the Eagles game, and we lost. I mean, again, we were competitive, put up 31 points, but they won 38-31. So Commanders lost. Then the Commanders beat the Patriots only by a field goal on the 5th, which was interesting. So, I mean, this team's been very uneven, and we were watching the game, and oh man, I think his name is Benjamin, but St. Juice, 25, he screwed us that last drive because we tied it up. I think it was 26-26. We got them out of field goal. There was literally fourth down, and they would have stopped. We would have gone into overtime, but St. Juice, pass interference, then a face mask, got him down to field goal range, and it was a 48-yarder or something like that. Not like the easiest thing, but their kicker made it, and a little upset about that.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. I'd be upset as well.
Oh, I think Jack Del Rio and now Rivera are going to get shot into the sun this offseason.
Well, we saw what happened with the Bills offensive coordinator, so I mean, anybody could get fired.
Now, I will say, and I'm hearing this around the Commanders fan base, Sam Howell we're going to stick with him for a little bit. We'll see what happens.
That's what
I
I'm
would be
hoping.
very shocked if we got a quarterback in the first or second round next year.
They just need to get talent to surround him, and talent, I mean the offensive line.
That and really, I mean, we sent Chase Young to the 49ers. We sent Montez Sweat to the Bears, and we got a second and third round pick for each of them. So, hopefully we can build in the second or third round of the draft, but I would be very shocked if we made the playoffs this year.
I've heard this draft isn't that strong, so we'll have to see how those picks turn out. They might end up trading out of this year and going into next year, possibly. I could see that with the second and third.
I was a little more shocked by Montez Sweat leaving. I wasn't as surprised with Chase Young, but I was pretty disappointed. All right, well, let's go ahead and talk about Week 11, starting with the Bengals coming to Baltimore to play the Ravens. I was going to go to this game. Long story short, I'm not going to anymore. Cool with me. This, I think, might be the hardest one to pick because the Ravens have been, well, up until last week, and again, the Browns' defense is really good. The Ravens have been pretty stellar the past couple weeks,
Yeah.
but the Bengals are also coming back. So, I mean, I'm picking the Ravens, but by a slight margin, by like a field goal. What about you?
If I wasn't wearing this chain right now, I'd probably pick the Bengals, but I put this chain on so I wouldn't. So I'm picking the Ravens. So with this game, it's kind of scary just to see the Ravens offense put up so little points and not be able to produce because 14 of the points were off of interceptions, basically. So I'm hoping they're saying Keaton Mitchell's going to get more carries. I hope he does because I've been talking about him. I said he was going to be good. The Ravens put him on IR and stashed him for a little bit, so I'm excited to see how he does.
Yeah, I agree. The offense, like, I mean, last week they showed up, held this. I don't know if it's more of the defense or the offense because the offense was balling. It was 37-3, not 27. But then you got the Cardinals. It was 31-24, so that's a touchdown. Man, the Titans game, that was an ugly game. They lost to the Steelers by a touchdown. So really, I mean, this could go either way, but because it is home field advantage, honestly, it could go Bengals, but I'm just going to root for the home team here.
And they're wearing the all black unis, the best uniforms.
So then moving forward, we have the Bears going to Detroit and playing the Lions.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a pretty easy pick for both of us, right?
Yeah, I don't think the Bears are that good. Yeah, that's it.
So who knows if Tyson Bagent is going to be the guy? I don't even know if Justin Fields is back yet. I honestly have not been paying attention. But yeah, I think the Lions are going to win this pretty handily.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. It's really cool to see that guy get some love and be able to play in the NFL. That's got to be such a surreal experience coming from where he is coming from.
Oh yeah, I hear you. So, but then we have the Giants and Commanders. I'm picking the Commanders. It's at home. But because the thing is, the Giants play us very well. Like the Giants have been awful this year, but for some reason they play us very well. Again, kind of the same thing as the Bengals Ravens. Like I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants won, but I'm going to go with the home team here. It is at home, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think the Giants are. No offense to Giants fans, but they're kind of the worst team in the league, especially with Daniel Jones going down. I don't even think Daniel Jones is that great of a quarterback, but that's still a flaw to have on your offensive side that your starting quarterback's out.
Well, currently, the Giants are number 2 in the draft. Carolina is number 1. It's going to Chicago.
That's crazy. I think the Commanders definitely win this pretty easily, though.
We'll see. Like I said, them Giants play us well. But now let's go ahead and talk about Titans and Jaguars. People were thinking the Titans were doing pretty good. They were not. So I'm picking the Jags here.
Jaguars are a better team. Would not shock me if the Titans beat them just because of it being a divisional game. Kind of like the Browns beating the Ravens. It just does happen because those teams play each other twice a year. But yeah, I'm going with the Jags.
All right, so then Chargers and Packers, both of these teams are not good, in my opinion. No offense to either team, but I will go with the Chargers on this one just because I've seen better out of them than the Packers, if that makes sense. I think the Packers are kind of just in limbo right now. Packers are currently sitting at number 6 in the draft.
So I personally think the Packers are in a situation where they are getting used to knowing that they're not a playoff team and they're going to be needing to rebuild. I actually thought they would sell a little bit more at the deadline, to be honest with you. But with that being said, the Chargers are a better team. These teams kind of are similar. I would say would have been similar last year, but not so much this year. I think the Chargers are a better team, and I think they're going to put up a good amount of points to the Packers.
Then we got the Cardinals and the Texans. This is interesting. What do you think? Because Kyler Murray's back.
So yeah, the Texans have been kind of tearing it up. Not in like a way where they're lighting up the score in terms of like season total, but I would have to say C.J. Stroud. Yeah, he has been balling. 15 touchdowns. I think the rookie record's 26 by Baker Mayfield. Could be wrong on that, but I think that's right.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that Kyler Murray is good, not great, and I think C.J. Stroud is balling out. Who knows if this is just like a rookie thing, like maybe just, I don't know, for whatever reason he's doing great, he's going to be bad the rest of his career, but right now I'm going Texans.
Yeah, nope, I 100% agree. Then we got Raiders at Dolphins.
Man, the Dolphins have kind of been slumping. I mean, honestly, I'm going with the Dolphins just because I think the Raiders are just not that good.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you on that statement. I'm going to be going with the Dolphins because I think the Raiders just aren't the greatest team. I thought they would have been getting rid of Devontae at this time, but they did not.
Now we got Cowboys and Panthers. We don't really need to go over this. We both are picking the Cowboys.
Yeah, Panthers are just not doing good. We kind of said that was going to happen
later, I don't know.
As the season progressed.
I thought they were going to be better than what they are now. I didn't think they'd be in number 1 pick contention again. And even then, Chicago's got their pick. But then, okay, so we've agreed on all the games so far. We disagree on this one, Browns and Steelers. Why? I'm picking the Browns. I think the defense is just going to ball out, but the Steelers have been coming through in the fourth quarter.
So I'm picking the Steelers because mainly the fourth quarters and stuff like that, but predominantly because it's the AFC North and it feels like a Steelers game. It just feels like a game that they would win. So that's the reason. That's honestly the reason I'm picking them.
It really will depend on the defense. I mean, both teams have great defenses, so we'll see. But I think just slightly edging out the Browns might be a field goal, maybe a touchdown. Buccaneers, 49ers. The Bucks were doing good for a while. I kind of feel bad for them, but 49ers, they also were in a little bit of a slump. I'm still going to pick the 49ers, though.
Yeah, 49ers definitely in a slump, but this should be a bounce back game for them.
Yep. Now, we disagree on the Jets and the Bills. I almost put Bills, but they just have not been impressing me. But you know what? I originally put Jets. I'm going to change it to the Bills just because the Jets have no offense.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't really give you a minute to talk there, but sorry, I kind of talked myself into it.
Nope, you're good. I was going to say exactly that. The Jets have no offense. The Bills may have been underperforming, but they'll still overperform the Jets. If they don't, red flags better be going off more than people getting fired because that team should be a lot better than what they are.
Now, why do we think the Seahawks are going to beat the Rams? Because we both agree on this one here. The Rams, we thought they were going to do great. Puka Nacua might be in contention for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I think he definitely should be in contention. I think it'll go to CJ Stroud, though, but I do agree.
I think CJ Stroud is worth contention as well. There's someone else I know that's been drawing up the league. I can't think of his name, though. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I think the Seahawks, they're kind of an up-and-down team as well. I think the Rams could pull this off if Matthew Stafford's injured again. They have Carson Wentz, and I don't believe in Carson Wentz.
No, I don't blame you on that one either. You guys got to see that firsthand. Yeah, no, I 100% agree. The Seahawks are going to win this strictly because of that. They don't have Matthew Stafford anymore. Realistic terms, Seattle's going to do a really good job, I think, against the Rams.
Well, and then we got the Vikings and the Broncos. So the Broncos beat the Chiefs, which I don't know if that says anything more about the Chiefs than it does the Broncos. The Chiefs are on a bye this week, so we'll talk about them here in a minute. But I don't know. I think the Broncos maybe are finally turning their gears in the right direction. Watch me be wrong.
I do think it'd be hilarious if they just marched back and became a playoff team and be the first playoff team, first team to ever have 70 scored on them and make the playoffs. That would be a statistic.
Yeah.
I personally think the Vikings are going to win that, though.
All right, so then last game of the week, Monday Night Football, we got a rematch of the Super Bowl. It is the Eagles going to Kansas City playing the Chiefs. Let me tell you why I think the Eagles are going to win. And let me preface this. I do not like the Eagles. I don't like them at all. But I think they're just an overall, right now, more well-rounded team than the Chiefs. Before I made that pick, I didn't realize, because I was on vacation, the Chiefs had a bye after losing to the Broncos, so they could come back with a vengeance here. What do you think?
I agree with you. I think the Eagles are a better, well-rounded team at this current moment. I'm picking the Chiefs to win just because I feel like this is going to be a game where there's going to be a call. Patrick Mahomes is going to throw the ball to, like, Travis Kelce. There's going to be, like, a PI or something like that on the Eagles, and the Chiefs are going to win it. I think a little bit of rough ball is going to come into it, but I think the Chiefs win.
Can the Chiefs defense and can Patrick Mahomes and Maato, or whatever his name is, or Taylor Swift's boyfriend, can they beat the Eagles and their brotherly shove? I don't know.
It's definitely going to be a good game.
Yeah, I mean, this primetime game is better than what do we have last? Well, the Broncos and Bills was on Monday, but man, Thursday Night Football last week, Week 10, was the Panthers and the Bears. Good Lord. So
yeah, then we had Jets and Giants this year too, I think, and that was terrible.
But at any rate, so those are our picks. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys for continuing to come back and watch the videos. Sorry about that little hiatus we took, but we are back and we are going to be better than ever getting these videos out to you. Hopefully you like our picks, and if you don't, make sure to put in the comments who you picked for the week, and we will compare at the end of the year. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Yeah.